Hello everyone and welcome to our week 1 video. This is August the 15th through August the 21st. This week we are starting chapter 1. As I mentioned before, chapter 1 is a very long chapter, so we are dividing it up into 2 parts. Introducing the world of psychology. Here in part 1, we're going to be covering a little bit about the history of psychology. Next week we will cover part 2, which is about research methods. You can see the items in this folder as well as what's due this week and the student learning outcomes. Let's take a look. Due this week, you're already watching the week 1 video. Make sure you read chapter 1 in your textbook. Even though we are dividing the chapter into 2 weeks, I really recommend that you read the chapter in its entirety this week. That way you know what to really concentrate your efforts on within each week. We do have our audio PowerPoint and then a videos folder. Due this week, you have your week 1 quiz and also an introduction Flipgrid. Here's your video. Here is your audio PowerPoint. As I mentioned in the Getting Started video, it's a great idea to take really good detailed notes during these audio PowerPoints. Since they are on YouTube, you can watch them according to your own schedule. Some people watch them all at once. Some people watch them in little bits and pieces, whatever works for you. Here's your week 1 quiz. Now remember that your quiz acts as both a quiz grade as well as your attendance for the week. So in order to be counted present for the week, you must complete the weekly quiz. There are detailed instructions on taking the quiz inside of the folder. Make sure that you are prepared to take this quiz. It is your responsibility to make sure that your computer is fully charged and also that you have a good internet connection. It is your responsibility to make sure that these things are ready to go. I will not reset the quizzes for any reason. So make sure that that computer is charged, you have a great internet connection, and you are ready to go. If you haven't taken any tests or quizzes on Blackboard before, make sure you read the directions. You know that once you start, you have to finish. You cannot backtrack questions. As I mentioned before, the quizzes are all 10 questions, fairly simple, multiple choice, and you have 12 minutes to complete the quiz. In the videos folder this week, we only have one crash course psychology video to familiarize yourself a little bit with the world of psychology. And then finally due this week is your Flipgrid. Now remember, both the quiz and the Flipgrid are due this Sunday, the 21st by 11:59 p.m. With this Flipgrid, it's very straightforward, easy, user-friendly. You're just going to give us a little introduction of yourself. Please make sure that you read the directions very carefully. As I said before, when you're registering for your account, make sure that your username is your full first name and your last initial as it appears on the roster. Do not use any nicknames. For this first video, I would like you to have full video on. Please speak very clearly and state your full name, and then just tell us a little bit about yourself. Now remember that everyone in the class is going to see this video, so make sure that you're not putting anything that's too personal on that video. Here's the Flipgrid. All you have to do, there's mine, and you click on add a response and record your video. The first time you use it, if you have not used Flipgrid before, you might have to use your Wake Tech email and password in order to log on. That's about it for our first week. So you've got 2 things due, the quiz, the Flipgrid, both due Sunday before 11:59. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send me an email. I'm absolutely happy to meet on Teams if we need to. Remember that our office hours will start next week. You can click on here and schedule a time to come in during office hours. I would love to meet everyone. Just come in and say hello. But hope you have a great first week of school.